Hello and welcome to the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary direct from our newsroom, otherwise known as my Compost Heap, published in the city where we pay politicians and pay them and pay them and pay them and pay them. Let's see what stories we're working on this week. Oh, here's my favorite imbibable source of sustenance for Angelico. I want to make a toast to Sanjay Patil. Good news for him this week. He runs the liquor store on College Street that got booted, along with a lot of other small businesses we need in New Haven, because a developer who was politically connected got approval to build a big new condo tower. He might build it, he might not. One week the city says it'll move forward, another it won't. Meanwhile, they booted all these long-time businesses that we need for our tax break and to make our city work. Sanjay Patil got booted. The city officials were no help, but he said, help me find another location downtown. They said, sorry, Jack, we don't like you. But then he did something smart. He saw who the lawyer was when that tower got passed when it shouldn't have. Anthony Avalone, politically connected lawyer, Democratic National Committee member, fundraiser for the mayor, former longtime state senator. If you want to grease the skids and get anything done in zoning in New Haven, you got to pay off Tony. So Sanjay Patil said, I'll pay him too. He hired him as his lawyer, and guess what? All of a sudden this week, the zoning board and city officials said, we love you. We got a new place for you right on Chapel Street. Well, you know what? I don't blame Sanjay. He's just playing the way New Haven works. You pay the politicians. Speaking of paying the politicians, Mayor John DeStefano wants us to open our checkbooks a lot. Even though taxes went up and he just got reelected when almost no one voted, he said, I want a pay raise. He's getting $115,000. Not bad. A lot more than most of us are making our life. He wants a $25,000 raise, 22%. He wants $140,000. Now let me make this clear. I think he's a good mayor. He's a good guy and he works hard for the city. He deserves a good salary. And I think no one would disagree that he deserves a cost of living salary, maybe 3% or so. We don't all get that, but he should. But here's what he did. He was playing sneaky politics, and now the Board of Aldermen might roll over and help him do it in part. He waited until the election was over so he wouldn't have to be accountable, and so voters wouldn't have to weigh in or know that he was planning it. 2 days after the election, he puts in a request for this huge raise. Now, some people are making excuses saying, oh, well, you have to wait to see if you're elected. That's nonsense. This salary is for the position, not for the person. So in fact, he should be doing it before he finds out if he's elected, because we should be paying for the position, not the person. Once he leaves, that salary remains in place for the next mayor. Other people say, he's doing a great job, let's give him a big raise. Well, he didn't show up for 2 years. He ran for governor and the police department fell apart. He's still a good mayor, but that doesn't hold water. And even if it did, again, it's not merit pay. You're confusing the issue. If he's doing a good job, he gets reelected and he gets a big pension at the end. All these excuses, you know. The Board of Aldermen lasted only a week from when that proposal came in to hold a hearing this week. It took them only 1 week to get a hearing. It took them 1 year to get the first hearing on an ethics proposal. Are they serving City Hall, or are they serving us? Now, even though the mayor deserves a modest raise, he overshot, he's playing politics, I say this Board of Aldermen should stand up for us instead of City Hall for once. You know, when they get things at the last minute, like an appraisal in Sharpsburg, and they vote anyway, when the city illegally hires a law firm, Tony Avalone's law firm, by the way, the Board of Aldermen says, you shouldn't have done it, but okay, just don't do it again. The mayor plays games of politics and puts in this huge, outrageous raise at the last minute, and they're going to go ahead and approve it by January 1st. I say, even though he's a good guy and a good mayor, they got to take a stand for us and say, you blew it, pal. You'll have to live on $115,000 a year for 2 more years before we take it up again, and then do it the right way. I think he can survive on that money. Until next time, this is the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary, and remember, always pick up your trash.